This is Fieldsports Channel News. Animal rights protesters are bullying the British shooting show. Dr Conor O'Gorman, head of policy and campaigns at BASC, told BBC Radio 5 Live reporter Emma Barnett that animal rights extremists are using online petitions to bully and harass people.
The people running these petitions are animal rights extremists. They don't care about people or animals, and they're actually desperate for attention so that they can spread their toxic message of intolerance and hatred in our society.
Dr O'Gorman was up against Jen Nolan, an auntie whose petition to get the show stopped has reached nearly 100,000 signatures. However, doubt has been cast on the petition after the Countryside Alliance revealed that among activists calling for the show to be banned was Bob the Builder. The Great British Shooting Show is proudly going ahead at the Birmingham NEC in February and includes free entry for under 15s. We are running the stage there. Visit shootingshow.co.uk. Animal rights protesters have disrupted a taste of game evening in Derby. Protesters shouted and swore at people going to the Derby Museum for dinner, produced by wild chef Ralph Skripek, including rabbit and pistachio terrine and saddle of venison. The auction at the evening raised more than £2,000, money which will go towards the cost of shooting experiences for youngsters in 2020. The Prime Minister's girlfriend, animal rights activist Carrie Symonds, has welcomed the Tory party's new manifesto. The Conservatives have dropped their commitment to repeal Tony Blair's hunt ban, and they plan a new rural police force, the Office for Environmental Protection, to crack down on people working with livestock and wildlife. A farmer has built earth bunds all around his property to prevent criminals from accessing his land. Harry Ackland in Gloucestershire built the 3-foot-high earthworks to keep out crime gangs who target the countryside to burgle homes, joyride and steal livestock. Scottish Natural Heritage has punished the Leadhills Estate in South Lanarkshire. It's because of the hen harrier that was found dead there and shown off here by BBC TV presenter Chris Packham. SNH says it acted on evidence provided by Police Scotland of wildlife crime against birds. Gamekeepers raised doubts over the evidence for the unlikely use of a leg-hold trap to catch this hen harrier. 2 men convicted of causing unnecessary harm to a fox by releasing it into the path of a hunt have been given suspended sentences. Ian Parkinson, who's 65, and Mark Vincent, who's 53, were sentenced to 12 weeks in prison, suspended for 12 months at Oxford Magistrates Court. District Judge Rana said during their sentencing that they weren't the brains of the operation. Aunties are threatening local businesses that work with other business that have connections with hunt supporters. This letter from Cheshire Hunt Monitors went to a veterinary surgery that is using a builder which has a director who also supports the Cheshire Hunt. The aunties threatened to smear the vets on social media. Thanks to Nigel Bean for the story. Footballer turned actor turned singer Vinnie Jones has hit back at animal rights activists who've tried to get him kicked off the ITV show Celebrity X Factor. Vinnie says he loves the countryside and flowers and pledges to keep protecting it despite attempts to end his part in the show. The manager of the Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrel star told reporters Vinnie is an avid conservationist and son of a gamekeeper. For nearly £1,000 a night, you can now take a bath next to a lion in Kent. A new cabin in the UK comes with floor-to-ceiling windows that offers a front-row seat or bed or bath to the goings-on of 760 animals, including lions, tigers, giraffes, rhinos, gorillas and bears. It's available at the Lion Lodge at the Port Lympne Hotel and Reserve in Kent. Vegan students at a Cambridgeshire college have asked for a painting to be taken down because it offends them. Hughes Hall has taken down the fowl market from the studio of Flemish artist Frans Snyders, which features animals including a boar and a deer. The EU ban on lead in cartridges looks like it's going through on the nod. Only 64 out of more than 400 MEPs voted to hold a debate on the subject, so the ban is going straight to the European Commission for a ruling. Meanwhile, the Czech government has rejected one part of the lead ban, a 400-metre non-lead zone around wetlands, because they say it's impossible to police. A Swedish woman has shot what may be a record fox. 28-year-old Silja Stenison shot the animal, which weighed 13.3 kilograms, nearly 30 pounds, while out reindeer hunting. Foxes in the area are usually about half that weight. The UK record is a fox in Aberdeen that weighed 38 pounds. A former Danish football star says he's received death threats after a leopard hunt in Zimbabwe. Andre Bugdolmo, who played for Copenhagen, says he received the threats over the phone after he went on the hunt 18 years ago. Other keen hunting footballers in the Nordics include Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The Danish royal family have taken part in their annual King's Hunt. Prince Frederik of Denmark hosts the hunt, leading an entourage of prominent guests and other members of the royal family in Jutland. After the hunt, the prince, his wife Crown Princess Mary, Queen Margrethe and their guests stood outside the Fredensborg Palace for a traditional hunting parade. African swine fever is threatening Germany. ASF was confirmed in 18 wild boar in western Poland, close to the German border. It's also been found in southern Bulgaria, close to the Greek border. A woman walking her dog may have been killed by a pack of hounds in France. The body of 29-year-old Elisa Pilarski, who was walking her own dogs, was discovered in the Retz forest in northern France. She died after several dog bites to the upper and lower limbs and the head. She'd earlier telephoned her partner to say she was worried that a pack of dogs was about to attack her. Police say they're carrying out tests on 93 dogs and that they have opened a manslaughter investigation. A spate of deadly bear attacks in Romania has raised fears that the population of this protected carnivore is out of control. 3 men have been killed in little over a month in this Eastern European country, which hosts the continent's biggest population of brown bears, around 6,000. Deaths include a 61-year-old fisherman and a 63-year-old shepherd who was killed by a bear this month on the edge of a forest in central Transylvania. Bear hunting was banned in 2016. Aunties say that since then, there's been a push by hunters and game managers to report as much bear damage as they can. A cull of 10 surplus giraffes is underway in Namibia. Jens Ulrich Hoeg from Nordic Safari Club offered the animals to famous anti-hunters and animal rights associations, but none of them responded. The animals will go instead to feed local people. Jens says this shows there is no meaningful alternatives to hunting surplus animals. A Texas woman has been found dead after a pre-dawn attack by hogs. Christine Rollins, a 59-year-old carer to an elderly couple, failed to show up at her normal time. The 84-year-old homeowner found her lying in the front yard between her car and the house. Sheriff Brian Hawthorne said that multiple hogs assaulted Rollins when she arrived at work between 6 and 6:30 a.m, when it was still dark outside. Police say an animal rights organisation may have staged a film to show cruelty on a farm. Indiana State Police in the USA say that graphic footage shared via PETA's YouTube page may have been staged and captured by hidden cameras planted at the facility following multiple break-ins. And finally, a centenarian has bagged her first buck. 104-year-old Florence Teeters is thought to be Wisconsin's oldest registered hunter. Her son took her to a deer blind and she shot the buck at 30 yards. For breaking and developing news, please subscribe to our Facebook page, Fieldsports News, or go to our website. In the meantime, you're now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.